So, why do you always hear about the Glock 17 and 19 when people talk about civilian defense? Well, according to a really insightful analysis from ValorTech, the answer isn't really about brand loyalty. It's actually about a simple, powerful set of practical principles. Let's dive in and break down their argument.
This one sentence, right here, gets to the absolute heart of the matter. The whole argument isn't about which pistol is the quote-unquote best, but which one creates the most dependable and practical system for the person who owns it. It's all about looking beyond the firearm itself to everything that keeps it running.
So, this gets into what the source calls the practicality principle. Look, the article argues that responsible ownership isn't a hobby for collecting cool gear. It's about having a defensive tool that is always ready. And that means it has to be supported by a whole ecosystem that makes it easy to keep it ready. The ValorTech analysis really boils its whole argument down to these four key ideas you see right here: easy to use, easy to maintain, easy to support, and easy to keep running. These 4 points are the foundation for everything else, so let's dig into each one. Okay, first up, how the design of the tool itself actually impacts you, the user. Because let's be real, in a high-stress situation, complexity is your worst enemy. The firearm has to work with you, not against you. This source makes a really critical point about how we behave under pressure. You know the saying, we don't rise to the occasion, we fall back to our level of training. And that's where consistency becomes absolutely vital. A uniform trigger pull, simple controls, it all reduces your mental load when every single second counts. And that focus on consistency leads directly to this next point: simplicity. The insight here is so important. A tool that's easy to maintain is just far more likely to be maintained. When taking care of it is simple, you're not going to neglect it, and that's a direct investment in its reliability. And the maintenance process for this platform is famously simple. You field strip it, you inspect it, and you maintain it. That's it. It's designed to be a routine, repeatable task, not some intimidating, complex chore. And that simplicity encourages you to keep your tool in a constant state of readiness. So the design is simple, it's consistent. Got it. But the argument goes way beyond just the firearm itself. The source makes a powerful case that the pistol is only one piece of a much larger defensive puzzle. And these are all the other pieces of that puzzle. This ecosystem is everything that supports the firearm. Because this platform is so incredibly common, there's a massive industry out there providing quality holsters, magazines, and sights. What that means for you, the owner, is it eliminates all the guesswork and makes building a safe, complete system so much easier. And this right here, this is the key takeaway of this whole section. You have to see your defensive tool as a complete system: the holster, the sights, the magazines, and the firearm itself. That's a fundamental shift in perspective for any responsible owner. So why does all that ecosystem stuff really matter in the real world? Well, this slide connects it directly to emergency preparedness. According to the source, if supply chains ever get disrupted, having a common platform means it's just going to be easier to find spare parts, magazines, or even get it serviced. Logistics suddenly become a critical part of your readiness. Okay, so we've covered the why of the platform. Now let's get into the which one. The analysis breaks down the practical choice between the two most common models, and it's all based on their intended role. But before we compare the models, it's important to point out that they both use the 9mm cartridge. The source highlights this because, let's face it, skill is built through repetition. A round with manageable recoil means you can have more frequent, more sustainable practice, and that is the absolute foundation of real proficiency. So the choice really just comes down to its job. The Glock 19 is presented as that versatile, do-it-all option, especially for concealed carry. The larger Glock 17, on the other hand, is framed as the ideal home defense and training tool. Its bigger size helps with control and makes high-volume practice a lot easier. Ultimately, you're just matching the tool to the job. And this brings us to the final and maybe the most important section. The focus now shifts completely from the hardware to the owner, because the best tool in the world is absolutely meaningless without a responsible system built around it. This is the practical checklist the source provides. And notice how it's all about safety and function. A quality holster that protects the trigger, reliable magazines, sights you can actually use, a maintenance schedule, and, this is the big one, professional training. These are the non-negotiables of responsible ownership. This quote really just sums it all up, doesn't it? The platform's widespread adoption isn't about hype or trends. It's rooted in pure practicality. By solving so many logistical problems for the owner, it has become a de facto standard.
So let's recap. Here are the 4 pillars that support this entire argument. The platform is easy to use under stress, it's simple to maintain, it's supported by a vast ecosystem, and all of this adds up to a higher state of readiness. That is the practical case in a nutshell. We'll leave you with this final question from the source, because while we've just spent all this time analyzing the tool is only the beginning. The ultimate factor is the owner, their training, their judgment, and their commitment to safety. That is what truly defines preparedness. Thanks for tuning in.